Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Let's then go on to NCT's album. A very, very peculiar album because the title track, I think, did what its job was to do, and it was to create conversation. Because it was a very sort of, even Waleska didn't like it. I liked it. I thought it was my favorite NCT song, funnily enough, this song, mate. Called Sticker. Let me show you a bit of it, just so you can tell why it's so sort of. Some people like it, some other people don't. Like that, you don't know what the fuck to expect, dude. You know what I mean? It's like a high pitched noise that looks like a flute, but it's not really nothing. So again, it's like if you listen to 10 seconds of that, you're like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, however, the evolution of the song, I do recommend you to watch actually our review of it, because I think Bali did highlight some important points, and I felt like I kind of showed why I liked it with words. But it does a good job of evolving. It sounds very kind of like rap forward at the beginning, kind of the music you don't really enjoy, but then it goes on and it progresses into sort of jazz utilization of chords and rhythm and blues. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is 9 members, NCT. So you have a line of rappers, you have a line of vocals, you have a line of people that can do both. So you have to, and they're also predominantly known for being very, 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 very experimental. And it doesn't surprise me what someone like, I forget his name, where he said it's not good. I think perhaps he approached it from the wrong angle. I don't really watch him that much, but I did enjoy his review of Drake's album. I think he was spot on. But I think he approached it from the wrong angle in the idea of NCT are primarily known as an experimental group. They like to experiment with sounds. They like to push boundaries in terms of what's acceptable, in terms of what's melodic, really. And when you're experimental, you run the risk that some stuff might be good, sometimes may be bad, right? In this case, Sticker, Lemonade, and Breakfast. Those are the first 3 songs. Lemonade, I feel like this song was actually made for TikTok. I think maybe that was their main approach. But I really enjoyed Taehyun's verse. The chorus banged, in my opinion. The big chants thing, they kind of have this thing of like chanting sounds, whoa, whoa, like that. And I think live that would sound amazing, but in a song, I'm not a big fan of that. But the chord, the progressions, and the harmonies are very musically intricate. And complex, something that SM is known for, and I think something that NCT primarily is known for as well. Weird stuff, weird sounds. I liked it. I like experimental sounds every now and then. Ballet is way more experimental than me, and she offered some resistance to it. She wasn't a big fan. The breakdown part of the song, not for me, not at all. It felt a bit too High School Musically. High School Musical, that musical, High School Music. It sounded a bit like that. But there are good elements to this. There are good elements to the song. It doesn't mean it's a bad song. It just means there's good elements to it. And it's going to cater to a specific ear. Then it goes, Focus. I said very, very good intro to Focus. Haechan is very good. I think he makes that point often in this album. Interesting utilization of jazz chords. The beat at the end, this beat and production makes you want to kind of beg for the rap section. It's a very good group song. I felt it highlights different kind of everyone's strengths and stuff. Then it goes on to where I think the album comes together. Again, those first 3 songs, Breakfast, Focus, and Lemonade, kind of similar to ITZY. I think that those first 3 songs at the beginning, not for me. But the later half of the album does a way better job at showcasing what I think NCT is my favorite NCT is very good at, which is vocals, man. I think they're good singers. I just think they're really good singers, all of them. And I think ballads suit them really well. I think that jazz suits them really well. They've never done a pure jazz song, but they've done kind of R&B. So Rainy Night, very good track. I like where this album is going. They have very good vocalists. These men, this seems to be kind of... Rainy Night felt like SM Entertainment wanted to prove a point because of how experimental the whole album is. They wanted to prove a point of what SM is very, very outstandingly good at, which is this. That, I think, that type of music opens up so much public and fans. Like, you listen to that and, you know, Mother doesn't know much about NCT. She listens to that, she enjoys it. I don't think you've had the chance to listen to this later half of the album, Father, but I would recommend you to, because there are some really good, there's like 5 songs here which are very, very good. Regardless of what your music taste may be, it's very refined music, so it's high quality enough that regardless of whether you're a rap fan or something like that, you would still listen to this and be like, oh shit, these people can do good music. So just continuing from Rainy Night, this sort of last 2 tracks of Focus and Rainy Night, the album seems to be coming together, and they prove these 2 tracks why I personally enjoy NCT's work, because I think this type of music shows their true level of music and not their experimental side, which is more of their marketable side. And I just said, man, those guys, Haechang and Do-young, I think is his name, or Do-young, I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, and Jung-woo, they're the kind of like very good vocalists at the moment, and they just show in this song why they're so special and why they get so much credit. I said beautiful piano in the outro. Then Far and Bring Me the Noise. So we kind of go back to that theme in the first 3 songs of electronic experimental again, with Far and Bring the Noise. Not my favorite tracks. I feel like they are live tracks. Now, if they are live tracks, why introduce them in the album? And why not simply have them as special tracks in a live setting? Because they are, again, kind of like maybe too experimental for enjoyment, because I think you're going to have to be in the right mindset. You're going to be like, okay, I'm going to listen to some, you know, sounds that are very peculiar. Like, let's... You know, imagine lights, noise. Let's go. Nowhere, you know? Compared to then a much better produced track, I feel, like Rainy Night. You already even feel transitions coming in. Layers. Are way more structurized. I mean, I listened to the piano at the end part. That's class. That's a class arrangement right there. So that's like elite level, right? And then these other songs are experimental level. They are for live, for music, for dancing, for these sort of light shows coming in, the light sticks and the show, and you know what I mean? It's like, it's a whole show, but they're not for me. These are not the songs that I kind of added to my playlist. Then we go, so that's Far and Bring Me the Noise. Then he goes to Magic Carpet. Oh, once again, we go back to this sort of magical, wonderful land of NCT vocals and raps that are so, you know, they have a lot of cadence. And I said, man, these guys are good and it's high quality music. But the album, let maybe perhaps say that at the end, because I think there's more to go through. There's then Road Trip, which is a bit more popish, still a bit experimental, a bit NCT, you know, because it is NCT, but it's good. I really like the second verse, a lot of this. Then Dreamer. Again, I've never been a big fan of chants songs. These sort of songs that, you know, they're like, yeah, I don't know, chants. That's Road Trip. This. I'd love to hear maybe why this is kind of your favorite song, because it's always interesting. Like, maybe my least favorite song is someone's favorite song, and maybe my most favorite song is someone's least favorite song, right? It's super peculiar. Then it goes to Promise You, which is the outro. And I said it's not about outro. I get the feeling that even the lyrics of the song is very fan forward. You know, I think they're saying thank you, and whenever we see each other again, I will do my best to impress all of you. I think
so again, how many songs are in the album?
In the album, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 songs. Right. And I felt like really, really, really high quality songs, or maybe not high quality songs, maybe that's not fair, but songs that I really enjoyed and I'm gonna play were 3, right? Which was Magic Carpet, the rainy Night, and Focus. Mm-hmm. But I think it just has more to do with my taste, because I like jazz, I like blues, rhythm and blues, R&B, and I like vocals and ballads. So no wonder that I enjoy these tracks from NCT. However, it does pose the question: if you have 11 songs and 7 of them or 8 of them are highly experimental, you're kind of putting so much stress on your fans, right? To not offer any resistance in terms of experimentation. Because that's the thing about experiments. They might go well, they might not. The whole reason why it's called an experiment. You know, you're trying to discover something new. And that new may not be good. Or may be bad. You know? Or maybe really good. But I said overall, this is my favorite NCT 127 album that I've checked out. Full album. A mini album, there's others. But it still possesses the same problem with all of their other albums, I feel, which is that they're yet again so experimental, and that is the core value of NCT, that sometimes, yeah, it may not allow for a smooth album listening experience, like one go, you know? You can just pick and choose, and that's fine too, but not one go. And I think also they're now sort of at this very peculiar stage in their careers where, you know, this is a third full album and they have experimented a lot and they have gathered a lot of fans that like those experimental sounds. Maybe they're more experimental hip-hop. Maybe they're more experimental neo-electronic. Maybe they're more experimental. They've never done rock. Maybe they're more... Oh, rap. Yeah, hip-hop, rap, yeah. Maybe they're more experimental pop. And then you have these fans that like specific aspects of NCT. And then come together. And then when you make an album, and you know they're smart people, they have to cater to everyone. So peculiar.
So
but
it means if that's the pattern, it means that in the future you may probably will have a fully experimental album, and probably next one a fully melodic and more smooth, straightforward
listening experience.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I have no idea, because that's the thing about NCT. You never know. You never know what they're gonna do next. Truly, they you know they have they have songs that are,
and they are outstanding in their performance, live performance.
one of the best live performers. Yeah.
That's what keep fans attending what they produce.
No, and they're also
even in the studio.
and they're world class singers as well. So their live performance is not just dance. When they sing, it's like what the.
No, it's worth it.
And the rappers are also, they deserve a lot of credit, those rappers, man, because a lot of these songs that they have to rap on, oh god, that is so difficult. So difficult. I know they don't write their raps, and there's people that have their opinions regarding that, but they execute and they perform this type of stuff. Lastly, but overall, not a bad album. As I said, my favorite 127 album, NCT 127 album. However, I think it still poses some problems. No album is perfect. I'm yet to listen to an album that's perfect. Because I'm biased by my own things.
Christmas.
Michael Bublé. Yeah, the Christmas album.